So, in my first installment of the levels of warfare, we're going to talk about the technical levels of warfare and why countries build the armies that they do. And so, what we call this is list building. This is how you decide, it's like, I'm going to have this many people per squad, they're going to have this type of equipment, and they're going to have this type of armor, and everything down to why is their uniform made of the material that it actually is made of. You see, a lot of countries rely on light infantry. So you have the minimum, most effective armor that you can, as well as the cheapest but best rifle that you can. That's why the AK-47 is such a great weapon. But you wind up seeing other countries with the opposite philosophy, like the US military, where you're going to wind up with lots of heavy backpacks, lots of grenades, you got nods, optics, all this cool guy kit that really slows the soldier down on the battlefield, but it makes them very effective in a firefight. And so what you have to look at is what level of training do you have to support this type of purchasing power on equipment. And for the United States, we have a pretty good training regiment, so it makes sense that we would buy all of this cool guy kit to make our soldiers even that much more effective on the battlefield. Whereas other countries that basically have little to no training, it makes sense that they don't want to spend a whole lot of money on each individual soldier. But it goes more than that. And one of the greatest jokes I have in the Army We Have Desert to Desert is, why is there a BMP on the background, or in the foreground here in my book cover, but yet you've got starships in the background? Well, that's because the planet's Valesia's city infrastructure supported the production of a BMP chassis. So even though they had all of this hyper advanced technology to build these starships and send troops all the way across the galaxy, it economically was not viable for them to redesign and build a more advanced vehicle. And the question also comes into play. It's like, hey, if I can buy one of these BMPs for $1 million a piece, then I can buy maybe 10 or 15 for the cost of building a bigger and better vehicle that is 3 times as effective. Well, cost to benefit, it just makes more sense to build more BMPs. Just upgrade the engine a little bit, upgrade the armor, give it slightly better weapons, and then voila, you have the Frostbite Mark II. And it sounds pretty cool, but, well, it's just kind of really terrible on the battlefield. But there you have it. And that is, by and large, the technical level of warfare and how it plays into the overall grand strategy. As always, please like and follow.